My dear friends, today on Bonfire Tales I invite you to sit quietly and listen carefully. Imagine you are sitting with me in a calm place where the only sound you hear is the rhythm of your own breath. Have you ever stopped to notice how much power your breath holds inside of you? It is not just air coming and going. It is your inner doctor, your own medicine, and the greatest healer you will ever have. When your breath flows correctly, when you allow it to move with ease and awareness, it can clear pain, wash away sickness, and fill you with energy. But when it is disturbed or rushed, the body and mind begin to weaken. The mystery of life is hidden in something so simple, yet so ignored. Every single moment we are breathing, and yet we almost never pay attention to it. Breath is the bridge between body and spirit. Breath is the silent engine that keeps the heart alive, the mind awake, and the soul connected. When the breath is shallow, life feels heavy. When the breath is deep and free, the body feels light and the mind becomes peaceful. There are two kinds of energy at work within us. One is the outer energy, the kind that moves muscles and powers our physical body. The other is the inner energy, the quiet current of life itself, the subtle power that animates us even in sleep. This inner energy is called vital force, and it rides on the waves of your breathing. The ancient masters called it prana. Without it, the body is nothing but an empty shell. With it, every cell glows with life. When your breath flows without tension, when it moves gently through the network of invisible pathways inside you, health is natural. When the breath becomes blocked, emotions become heavy, nerves tighten, and diseases grow. This is why every tradition of healing, from the oldest to the most modern, comes back to one truth. Heal the breath, and you heal the body. Science today speaks of the nervous system. It talks of the sympathetic and parasympathetic channels, of the vagus nerve that travels from the brain down to the belly. Ancient wisdom already knew this in a different language. They spoke of subtle channels called nadis, of currents of breath that cleanse the system. When the breath is agitated, these channels grow tense. When the breath is calm, these channels open like rivers and wash the body with life. So the first lesson is to watch your breath. Become aware of it as it enters and leaves. The second lesson is to gently gain control over it. Do not force it, but guide it, slow it, and make it steady. The third lesson is to let the breath relax so deeply that the mind itself begins to soften. When you learn these three things, you hold in your hands the key to health, peace, and even to the mystery of life itself. Think for a moment about the creatures of the world. A tiny animal that breathes very fast does not live long. A small bird flutters quickly and its life is short, but a great tortoise, moving with slow and steady breaths, can live for more than 100 years. The rhythm of breath is the rhythm of life. If your breath is restless, your life will feel restless. If your breath is slow and deep, your life will stretch and expand. Children breathe naturally with their belly. Watch a sleeping child and you will see the stomach rising and falling with each breath. That is the true way, the way of nature. As we grow older, tension pulls the breath upward into the chest. It becomes shallow and fast. And with that comes anxiety, fear, and the weight of years. To return to belly breathing is to return to innocence, to return to health, and to return to a peaceful mind. So sit with me now, my friends, and begin this journey. Feel your breath as it comes in through the nose, feel it travel down into your body, and feel it rise again as you exhale. You are not just breathing air, you are breathing life itself. You are breathing light. You are breathing the power that sustains the sun and the stars. And within this simple act lies the greatest secret of healing and the deepest doorway to peace. As you listen to me now, notice how your emotions rise and fall with your breathing. When anger appears, the breath becomes hot and sharp. When sadness weighs on you, the breath becomes heavy and slow. When joy fills your heart, the breath is light and free. Breath and feeling are tied together like shadow and sunlight. To change one is to change the other. This is why every ancient path of meditation begins with the breath. It is the foundation of yoga, the silent guide to peace, the tool that can transform your life from within. If you can hold the reins of your breathing, you can hold the reins of your mind. The thoughts that trouble you, the worries that scatter you, the emotions that burn you, all of them depend on the breath. When breath is restless, the mind is restless. When breath is steady, the mind grows still. So if you want mastery over anger, if you want freedom from jealousy, if you want to quiet the noise of pride or fear, begin with your breathing. It is the most faithful ally you will ever find. Look at a child once again. A child knows nothing of control, yet breathes in the perfect way, from the center, from the belly, from the seat of life itself. That is why children laugh easily, why they play without tension, why they sleep so deeply. Their breath flows through the navel, the ancient hub of energy. From this hub, life spreads into the whole body. From this hub, the current rises like a flame. And when the current rises high enough, it touches the space between the eyes, the third eye, the center of vision, beyond vision. When breath awakens the third eye, meditation deepens, and the impossible begins to feel possible. You may have noticed that whatever you imagine in true meditation has a strange power to shape your life. Breath is the builder of that power. When you guide it from the navel to the forehead, you are guiding the current of creation itself. Desires lose their grip, but the pure longing for truth, for clarity, for peace begins to bloom. With every rise of breath, you are laying down a new pattern, a new possibility. Let us now move together into a simple practice. Sit comfortably, spine upright, and allow your body to be relaxed. Close your eyes gently and let your shoulders soften. Begin by taking 15 slow breaths, feeling the flow around your nose, feeling the air brushing the delicate passages. With each breath, feel the muscles of your face calm, the lines of tension melting away. These breaths awaken the senses and prepare you for the deeper work. Next, guide your focus down to the navel. Take 35 breaths, slow and steady, as you place your awareness at the center of your belly. Feel it expand with every inhale and contract with every exhale. Imagine a soft light glowing there, a warm flame that grows brighter as you breathe. This flame is your life source, your root, your connection to the earth. Now, after these breaths, shift your focus higher. Let the current of energy travel upward from the navel, moving toward your forehead to the place between your eyebrows. Take 45 breaths here, and with each inhale, feel a gentle pull, a delicate tug at your third eye. As you exhale, feel the release, the soft opening of the mind's door. Keep breathing and keep watching. The pull at the forehead is the key to a deeper state. It may feel subtle, it may feel strange, but let it guide you. As the breath flows, you may notice a vast darkness in your inner vision. Do not fear it. Look at it as though you are standing far away, watching a great sky without stars. This darkness has no limit. It stretches beyond what the eye can see. Walk into it with your awareness. Step by step, keep moving deeper. The more you let yourself sink into it, the more your attention becomes steady. The breath carries you inward, the darkness becomes a doorway, and you begin to feel lightness in your body. This practice brings calm not only to the body, but to the soul. The longer you stay, the more you notice that tension fades, thoughts quiet down, and a sense of gentle energy rises within you. At first it feels like a glow at the navel, but soon it climbs up and gathers at the third eye. From here comes insight, from here comes intuition, from here comes the silent knowledge that words cannot teach. Friends, understand this truth well. Your breath is your compass, your bridge, and your teacher. With awareness of breath, you can build health. With control of breath, you can shape the mind. And with the rising of breath, you can touch the infinite. This is not a dream or a story. It is a path that anyone can walk, if only you give it your time and your trust. Now let your body rest in complete stillness. Your thoughts are quiet, your mind is calm, and around you there is only silence. Imagine that the world has slipped away, that you are alone, traveling far beyond the reach of noise and distraction. With each breath you drift further from the ordinary. With each breath you step deeper into the vast unknown. Slowly move your awareness upward to the crown of your head. Feel your scalp, your forehead, your face, every muscle relaxing, every nerve softening. Leave behind the weight of the rest of the body. Let it fade into the background. Bring all of your energy to the head until it feels as if your skull is filled with air, as if your thoughts themselves have become a gentle breeze. Notice how light it feels. Notice how still it becomes. Breathe in and breathe out, and hold your attention steady. Now shift your focus to the space between your eyebrows, the third eye, the ancient center of perception. As you inhale, sense a subtle pull there, a delicate tension, as though a thread is tugging you inward. With every exhale, the tension eases but does not disappear. Stay with it. This is the doorway. Keep watching, keep breathing, and keep surrendering to that pull. Soon, a darkness may appear in your inner vision, a deep and boundless darkness without edges or shape. Do not run from it. Look at it as if you are gazing from a great distance. Let yourself step closer, then closer still, until you are moving through it. The more you enter, the deeper your attention grows. The body grows lighter, the breath grows softer, and the pull at the third eye grows stronger. This pull is not to harm you, it is to guide you into stillness. In this place, the breath creates energy, and that energy rises. It builds at the navel and climbs upward, feeding the third eye, awakening it, expanding it. As the energy rises, meditation thickens around you, like a mist wrapping every thought in silence. Here, strange things can happen. Some call them visions, some call them insights, some call them blessings. But whatever they are, they emerge from the same source, the same breath that has carried you since the first moment of life. Friends, do you realize the wonder of what this means? By learning to pause the breath, you can touch the edge of miracle. Breath is life. Without it, the body falls silent forever. But in practice, when you hold it still for a short while, you taste a fraction of that great silence. You glimpse the border where life and death meet, and in that border lies power. Breath has been working for you without rest since the day you were formed in the womb. Every moment it serves, every moment it flows without complaint, without pause. Nothing else in the world works like this. Not machines, not people, not even your own thoughts. All else needs rest. But breath carries on, faithful and tireless. That is why giving it a moment of stillness, a small rest, awakens something beyond words. It is as if the very source of life thanks you by flooding you with strength. Consider what happens when you pause it. The mind struggles. The body feels the urge to gasp. That tension is the very key. In that moment, if you direct your heart toward a wish, toward a prayer, toward a hope, something extraordinary stirs. For when the mind itself trembles, it opens a hidden gate. Through that gate, what you ask with sincerity may come to life, but remember this well. Breath will not grant harm. It will not give what poisons the soul. It gives only what nourishes, what uplifts, what is aligned with truth. There are many gifts hidden in this practice. By pausing breath, you slow the spending of life itself. Each inhale is like a coin, each exhale like its use. When you breathe less often, you spend less of that treasure. Life lengthens, strength endures. When you hold the breath, laziness fades, drowsiness disappears, and your spirit awakens fresh as morning. It is like charging a weary device, like resetting a machine that has been stuck. The pause brings renewal, and more than that, the pause awakens the spirit. For when the breath halts, the mind halts with it. Thoughts cannot run when their carrier is still, and when thoughts halt, meditation deepens instantly. This is why sages and seekers have always used breath as their gateway. When mind and breath stand together in silence, the soul sees what it could not see before. The higher energies within you, long asleep, begin to stir. The coiled power at the base of the spine rises, the hidden currents flow upward, and in that rising comes a taste of the divine. Try this with me now. Sit straight, your spine aligned, your neck upright. Take a deep breath in. Hold it gently, without strain. Stay as long as feels natural, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, maybe more. Do not force, simply allow, then exhale slowly. Repeat again and again. Each time, notice what changes. Notice the silence inside. Notice the stillness that grows. As the breath halts, listen closely. What does your body feel? What do you sense within? There is no need to answer. Simply observe. After a few minutes of this, the rhythm shifts. What once was 12 breaths in a minute may become only 4. You are breathing less, spending less, saving more. Life stretches quietly. Energy builds. Fatigue melts away. In place of heaviness, freshness blooms. Tension dissolves, replaced by clarity. A simple practice, yet it holds the power to change how you live, how you think, how you dream. Remember, friends, this is not theory. It is experience. Every time you practice, you feel it. Every pause adds to your strength. Every breath withheld becomes a seed of renewal. And when you link this with meditation, the effects multiply. Your spirit rises, your heart expands, and your mind becomes a vessel of peace. This is the promise of breath, the promise of life itself. So let us close with gratitude. Take one more deep breath. Hold it for a moment. Then release. Relax your shoulders. Rest your hands. Gently open your eyes if they were closed. Feel how light your body has become. Feel how calm your mind rests. This is the gift of your own breath. Share it with others. Speak of it to your loved ones. For what greater treasure is there than the simple breath that carries us all? Thank you for joining me by the fire tonight. May your days be filled with health, your nights with rest, and your journey with joy. Until next time, this has been Bonfire Tales.